webinar today. The first question that I would like to give to you guys is, where is the best place to find new leads and clients? That is always the biggest question that entrepreneurs and business owners have. So is it radio? Is it the yellow pages? Is it online? Is it social media? I want you to take a couple of seconds to think about what has been really working for you in the past. And I would like to give you some numbers to kind of put these answers into perspective. Actually, 91% of consumers use search engines before making any buying decisions. I'm like, when was the last time you went to Best Buy or IKEA and you saw a couch and you bought it on the spot? Like, we always do comparison shopping, and we research and we look at reviews and all of these stuff. This is how we really look into products. We don't do anything before we go Google things on Google. And 75% of those 91% never go to the second page of Google. Why is that? Because we have that strong belief that if it's not on the first page of Google, it's not good enough. So why would you expect anything different from your clients? They also expect you to be on the first page of Google. 43% of total Google search queries are local. What does that mean? When we want to find something, we usually know two things: the thing that we want to find and where do we want to find it. So we look for used cars in New Jersey, hotels in New York, lawyers in Markham. These are the type of search queries. Almost half of all searches happen on Google have a local intent. And lastly, 78% of local mobile searches result in an offline purchase. So that is a huge number. When we search on our mobile device, we usually have an urgency. We usually want to find something very quickly, and we're ready to make a decision. And this is something that I want you guys to keep in the back of your mind. We're going to talk about it a little bit later on. So have your marketing strategy working for you? Are you actually missing the target? Are you putting your time and effort somewhere else than search engine optimization? Are you spending a lot of time on social media? Social media is great, but it's not a lead generation channel. If your product, usually your product is if it's not under $100 and you cannot explain your product in a simple image, then usually social media is not a lead generation channel for you, but it's more of a brand awareness, more to reach and engage your existing audience. But if you want brand new audience, 91% of them are searching for what you have to offer on Google. And this is pretty much the truth we have right now in 2018. So the main question now, how to dominate the first page of Google. And I didn't ask the question how to get on the first page of Google. I want you to dominate the first page of Google. I want you to show not just once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. We have some clients that we made them appear on the first page of Google 4 times. And I will share with you some of these strategies and what you should be working on. But before we go in there, I truly understand that small business owners and marketing manager have no time. You guys are amazing in what you do. You're running established facilities. You have the staff, the ongoing day-to-day operation, and usually do not have extra time. And the other thing that 47% of small businesses or marketing professionals don't have expertise in digital marketing. And this is one of the areas that I'm truly passionate about, to actually show and teach digital marketing to make it a lot more accessible to marketing professionals and to business owners. So what is on the first page of Google? Before we talk about dominating the first page of Google, let's truly understand what actually happened there. So the first result, as you can see on the very top, is what we all know is the paid advertising. And we call it pay per click. So your ad will show based on your target keywords, but you will not be paying unless someone clicks on your ad. The other thing is what we call organic results. So those are the type of results that you do not pay for, but are based on Google search algorithm that will determine who is the best website or the best business to appear on the first page of Google. We have few different types of things that appear on that organic results. So as we can see, we have the local map, which usually appears on top of all of the other results, and then we have other local and organic search results. So let me break down these things so we can actually understand how to dominate the first page of Google. You don't have just one chance. You have more than actually 9 chances to dominate the first page of Google, and this is how we're going to do it. So these are the type of results that appear on the first page of Google, or we usually call them verticals. And Google usually mix all the verticals, and we call the first page of Google universal search results. It's a mix of all of these verticals. So you have ads. You can appear as a web page, as in the Google Maps. You can appear as an image, especially image is so important for lifestyle, and if you're running a hotel or a spa or things like that, sometimes images are worth 1,000 words. You can appear also as a video from YouTube. And again, video do 3 times better than images. You can appear as news and also as shopping. Here's what you need to understand. The ads is what we call search engine marketing. This is where you get to pay for your advertising, for your appearance on the first page of Google. But all the other 6 verticals, we call them organic. You don't have to pay. You rely on Google search algorithm that is constantly updated to get the best results for your business. So right here, there and now, you have 7 verticals you can appear on the first page of Google. Not just 7 verticals. I'm going to share with you something more. There's something called featured snippets. This is actually a screenshot for one of our clients called Grapevine Solutions. They offer HR solutions, and you can see they're appearing as what we call a feature snippet. A feature snippet usually take quite the space on the top page of Google. As you can see, Google has seen that this page is highly qualified to answer that question, and have expanded and showed 3 to 4 times more than the average listing would show, and you also have an image with it. It looks literally like the answer from God. It's so big and it's so featured very at the top of page of Google, and you can see that our client Grapevine have outranked 47 million results that are relevant to this search query, and he didn't just appear on the first page. He appeared as a feature snippet and once again as a regular listing. Here is another example from another client of ours. He is a wine shipper. So if you search for temperature-controlled wine shipping, you will see another version of a feature snippet, and you can see that rectangle highlighting it and how Google really emphasized on this answer. And you can only get this kind of feature results with an advanced SEO strategy and also some optimization to your micro format and your website. I know that this sounds a little bit complicated, but I'm just expanding your horizons that you can actually appear, even take 3-4 times bigger than the average space that would people take on the first page. There's another type also of feature snippets for events, for recipes. I think there's 6 or 7 types of feature results that you can find something that is relevant to you and you can use as well, and you can optimize for it. So as we can see right now, you have more than 9 opportunities, 9 chances to appear on the first page of Google, and you can appear not just once, you can take more than 1 placement on the first page. And the more real estate you take on the first page, you're doubling your odds. If you appear once, you only have 10% chances of getting that lead. If you appear twice, you have 20%, and so on and so forth. And I don't really need to tell you that online is all a numbers game. The more real estate you take from the first page of Google, the more the odds that you'll get that fresh lead and fresh client. So it could be a little bit confusing. I know that this is not the first time you guys heard about this, but always the main question is where to start, how to invest my time and money. what should I do to dominate the first page of Google? So let me simplify it for you a little bit. If you do SEO, it's like buying a car. Let's say that the car is worth $24,000. You're going to pay $1,000 for the next $1,000 a month for the next 2 years, and then after 2 years, you still have the car, and you still get the mileage out of it. It is a heavy investment. It takes a little bit of time to pay off, but after it pays off, you have the entire car, and you can get a lot of mileage out of it. But on the other side, if you buy Google advertising, you're like leasing a car. So after you stop leasing a car, you have no car. So after you stop your advertising, you go back to whatever page 9 or 10 where you are right now. I am not here to tell you how to use a car. Every business owner and every marketing professional should know what type of car or what is the best way for him to use a car. Let me elaborate more a little bit on this point because this is very important, and I'm going to give you a comparison between SEO and SEM and the pros and cons of each one of them. And this is some of the things that we really need to chat about. When you do SEO, it does take a little bit of time to appear on the first page of Google. Usually we say 3 to 6 months to get on the first page of Google. But once you get there, let's say you've been doing SEO for like a whole year, and then you suddenly stop. You're not going to go back to page 10. Your ranking is going to fluctuate because your competitors are also optimizing, but you're not going to go back all the way to where you are. But on the other side, if you stop paying for ads, you go back to where you are. But some of the pros or the best examples to do advertising is your high seasons, right? We know that high season, people are more willing to buy and convert. So if you are running a special promotion for the holidays, for Easter, for Christmas, you're offering a free night every 2-3 nights you book or something, or a free spa. These are things that you need to spread the word about, because actually some case studies said that conversion rates in holiday seasons increased by 300%. So this is where you need to really push the message and start advertising for your offers or promos. If you ask me what is the best strategy that I should do, I would tell you the following. You should, whatever the business that you are running, you need to do SEO ongoing. It's more of a kind of a lifestyle. You need to be on the top of it. When I started my agency in 2012, my competitors are the most fierce competitors. I'm competing with the whales of the SEO industry. So you guys will never have such competitors as tough as mine. It took me about 2 years to get more than 100 keywords ranked on the first page. But now I'm in year 7 or 8 now. I don't have to pay for advertising. We get about 5 to 7 leads organically a week. So we don't have to constantly do advertising. And you only do advertising in your high season. So let's say you have $12,000 budget a year. So you don't spend $1,000 a month. No, you save them for just 1 or 2 high seasons of the year, and you spend your budget accordingly to those high seasons. Don't spend your money all year long. Only focus on the times that people are searching and your product is more in demand. And I know this is a little bit difficult, and I know that actually case studies have shown that 62% of small businesses and marketing professionals don't know if their marketing is working for them. I know you've been doing marketing for the past few years, and your business is successful, and you have been growing, but you don't know exactly which dollar and which investment have returned you the money that you want. Sometimes when we onboard new clients and they've been telling me what they have been doing in the past, it kind of feels like that the clients have few $1,000s, stepped to the balcony and spread the money. Some of it fell in the right place, but they don't know which dollar that actually brought them that conversion. So my advice to you, whatever you do online, you have to have tracking for it. You'll need to know where is that lead came from, where is that sale came from. There's also a new technology, it's not really that new, called dynamic phone tracking. We've done some case studies, and we found that more than 80% of leads coming to businesses are phone call, and there's something called dynamic phone tracking where you actually get to know what was the keyword and what was the ad copy and how much did you spend for that person to generate that phone call. And this is one of the most helpful things, because if you don't know what is working and what's not working for your business, then how can you optimize? How can you improve the performance? So tracking is the best way to advance online. So now let's talk about those 3 steps to dominate the first page of Google. So the first step is to fix the foundation. So we want to build something that will last for years and years, and you cannot build a high rise without having a strong foundation. We review about maybe 20 client websites a month, and this is one of the offer that I'm going to have at the end of the presentation to do a free website audit for you. And more than often, we find some silly mistakes and broken images and broken links and slow websites and all of this stuff. And it does not make sense in this day of age that you'll have those silly mistakes and errors on your website, and Google is simply not going to rank a website that is broken, right? So before you start going and selling a house and putting flyers all over in the neighborhood, you need to fix the doors and windows, and this is exactly what we need to do. Your website has to be 100% SEO friendly. Don't use any platforms that are not allowing you to do. And this is one of the things that we will show you on that free audit if your website platform is SEO friendly. You need to have a mobile optimized website. More than 60% of all web traffic right now is coming on mobile. Just think about the last time you were trying to book a flight or a movie ticket or a restaurant reservation on your mobile phone, and the business don't have a mobile friendly website, and you're trying to zoom in and trying to do all of these things, and the website is not really responsive to you. How mad and how frustrated you got. You even might have left that website and went to a different business. You got to think and put yourself in your client's shoes. If your clients are having such a hard time contacting you or making a reservation, they will leave. We have no patience these days. You also have to have a high-speed website on all devices, especially on mobile. Think about the last time you opened a website on your mobile device and it took 10 seconds to load. What did you do? You left the website. You went somewhere else. Also make sure that you have a great experience, especially on mobile. I'm going to say mobile quite a bit today, so please bear with me because it's very important. And also fix all the technical errors. Usually, out of like all the thousands of websites that we looked into, majority of them, I would say 80% of them score less than 40% because of errors. And those errors are not intentional. They're usually sometimes because of the platform those businesses use is generating errors, or the client have not updated his WordPress, and there's a lot of broken plugins and things that are generated, and you won't even know about it. And also, optimizing your site content. This is one of the most important things. When Google is looking to rank a website on the first page of, they usually look for 2 things. Authority is how well known and how trusted your website is, and the other thing is relevancy. Are you relevant to what I am trying to search for? And these are the most important 2 things. A lot of time we do those audits and people tell me I want to rank for those 2 keywords or 3 keywords, and I go to their homepage and they're not even there, right? Google is smart, but it's not that smart. If you do not literally have this keywords on your website, they're not going to understand. Most of the time, I find that business owners use jargon, industry jargon on their websites. And they think that their clients understand what they're talking about. I'll give you an example from my time at the Toronto Star. Toronto Star is a newspaper, the biggest newspaper in Canada. It's like the New York Times in the States. And I was managing the real estate section in there. And when I started, we were always saying, new project in Toronto, new project in Markham, new project this, new project that. I'm like, what is a project? This is an industry jargon that we use internally, But for the front-end clients, it's called new condos, new townhomes, new developments, and that's exactly what people are looking for. When we took that step and changed those keywords, just a simple change in the keywords, the website traffic increased by more than 30–40% within 2 weeks, just because we are started to talk and be more relevant to the way that clients search for your business. And for those, you need to use some keyword research tools and some SEO tools, and also you can try to use Green Lotus SEO tools. You can also sign up for a free trial for 30 days, for 7 days to check how these tools work for you. And this is one of the most important things that a lot of people are kind of not aware of. 60% of all web traffic right now are coming from mobile. Actually, a lot of these searches and people looking for vacations and all of the stuff start on mobile. So if you can see here on the travel sector, more than 52% of all travel-related queries on Google start on mobile. 52%. So if your website is not mobile friendly, is not optimized, you've lost 50% of your chances. And even if your website ranks on the first page of Google, but is not mobile friendly, you're still going to lose that lead. Here's another case study, and especially this one is more for retail, that more than 50% of local searches result in a store visit within 1 day, right? You're going to put yourself in your client's shoes. When you are searching on your mobile, there's so much urgency, and people are willing to take a decision immediately. So mobile. Here we go. And this is another case study that said that more than 70% of business owners are not mobile ready. 59% of them have old websites, and 11% have no website, and it's only 30% of businesses that actually have a mobile friendly. This status is scary. It's very scary. We actually estimate that a business loses anywhere between $60,000 to $200,000 a year if they don't have a mobile marketing strategy. And I'm going to show you, these are some of the things that we talked about. So just to recap, your step number 1 is to fix the foundation. Make sure that all the things we talked about, your website platform, if your website is not SEO friendly or old or not responsive, it's time to jump ship. I know it could be designing a website, it could be a little bit costly, but it's time to start thinking to jump ship and get something new. And I'm going to talk about some of these options towards the end of the presentation as well. So step number 1, fixing your foundation. Step number 2 is to get the ball rolling, right? We need to see some conversions, we need to see some leads, we need to see some new clients, and this is how you're gonna make your online marketing strategy pay for itself. So check your calendar, or you can go to Google Web Trends and find out what is the seasonality for your product. So simply go search Google Web Trends and type your top keyword and select the country, and Google will tell you what is the high seasons for your product and where people are mostly to search and find your product. And here is what we are recommending. Get the ball rolling and start spending some money. Start to get some leads in and start to make things happen for you. So this is a case study from Remax Canada. We did case studies with them, and I'm going to share this information with you. So we have generated lots of leads for them, and more than 87% of all leads were phone calls. People searching from their mobile, almost all the leads, the people that were highly qualified and the people that were ready to talk to a realtor came from mobile, came from phones. This is a huge number. And more than 76% of all leads generated are qualified leads. Yes, you will get some tire kickers and people like don't read what you have to offer and ask for a different business completely, but more than 76% of all the calls, we listened to all of the phone calls, we ran the PPC campaign for 3 realtors for 3 months, and we listened to all of these calls and qualified them with the realtors, and we found that the more than 76% are exactly what those realtors are looking for. And this is a very important one. The average call duration was close to 7 minutes. 7-minute conversation for a realtor. This is quite amazing. A lot of things happen in 7 minutes. They can talk about when they're going to meet for coffee or what's opening or what's the status. And definitely he took his information and phone number and all of that stuff and started to build a relationship. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is the cost. A lot of times people think that the cost to generate qualified leads is a lot. It could be costly if you don't really know what you're doing in AdWords, because AdWords is a very, complicated system. And if you don't really know what you're doing, it will just spend your money in very short amount of time. So you really need to be confident or hire someone that know what they're doing. A realtor is willing to pay up to $500 to $1,000 for a referral fee for someone that is qualified to come through the door. What we were able to do for them is $51 was the cost for that qualified lead. It's always almost 1/10 of the cost they are willing to pay for. But you do need to put the investment and you need to plan this very well in order to get to some of these amazing results. And my advice to you when you run those PPC campaigns or Google Ads is to focus on mobile. So there is a way in Google Ads to target mobile users only, or you can say if you can set your maximum bid for, let's say, for $1, and say if someone comes from mobile, I'm willing to increase my bid by 50%. So you're willing to pay $1.50 if someone came from mobile, and this is one of the ways you can target more mobile users, because most likely those are the ones that will be the most qualified. Remember, 43% of all Google searches came from mobile, and 78% of local mobile searches result in an offline purchase for retail. Number 3, this is the third point, and I want to be very clear about this. You have to start thinking about the future. The future of SEO is about to change. 2019 has been a dramatic year in the world of SEO. For the first time in history, searches on mobile have surpassed searches on desktop. This has never happened before, right? And Google, about 2-3 months ago, have released the biggest update they have in a while, called Mobile First. Without going into the technical stuff, it's basically Google said mobile or nothing. I'm only going to evaluate the mobile experience and how people interact and how fast is your website on mobile devices, and that will be the main ranking factor. In the past, Google used to evaluate your desktop and give you different ranking on desktop and different ranking on mobile. This latest update, they basically said it's mobile or nothing, because they know that this is where the trend is going. So if your website is not mobile friendly, do not have a mobile strategy, you actually are about to lose quite a bit. I would say this, and I do not want to mean to scare you, but I predict that more than 40% of the people listening to me right now, if they do not adapt and have a mobile strategy, they might go out of business. This is how dangerous this update is. Google is controlling the world and who's getting the leads and who's getting the sales. And with an update like this, we had a lot of people reaching out to us after this update launch, and I've seen a major drop in ranking. And if you have seen a similar thing happen to your ranking and traffic in the last 2 to 3 months, this is exactly why. So this is a big warning sign for everyone. This is the time to start steering the ship completely away from what you're being currently doing. And a lot of people, there was a lot of chatter that SEO is dead and SEO doesn't work anymore and social media is going to take over everything. Well, I don't think so. SEO is still a king. And this is going to be very important when it comes to the future and what is going to happen in the future. SEO is remain one of the best ways to generate leads. Any healthy business should have about 40 to 60% of their leads and traffic come organically. If you don't have anywhere between 40 to 60% of your traffic coming organically, there's something foundationally wrong in what you're doing right now. So these are the main 3 steps that you really need to go over. The first one is to fix the foundation. We cannot build a high-rise without a strong foundation. Step number 2 is to get the ball rolling, start the Google ad campaign, and get some things and some leads and some traffic coming to your website. And step number 3 is to build for the future. Optimize your website. SEO is still the best way to generate qualified leads and traffic and clients for you. And now I want to ask you a very important question. What is the future of search? How are people going to find the information they need for in the future? Is it going to be mobile? I've talked about mobile quite a bit. Is mobile the future? Actually, no. Mobile is no longer the future of advertising and search. Mobile is now the present of search. If you do not have a mobile strategy, you're losing big time right now. So what is the future? What is going to happen? The future is machine learning. And right now, we have more data points than objects in the universe. This is massive. We never had access to so much information and so much data than ever before. And the successful companies in the future are the companies that will connect the dots and have these pieces of information separated and segmented into something that is useful. Let me give you an example. Voice-activated search. This is one of the biggest trends. Google actually said that they sold a Google Home device every second during the last holiday. And it's such a growing segment, and this is changing the way we're actually searching for things. This is a case study of a company asked 5,000 questions for each of these devices, Google, Cortana, Siri, and Alexa. The solid green one is the number of questions that the device were able to recognize. And the hashed one is the number of questions or the percentage of questions that the device answered correctly. So you can see that Google is like leaping across all of these guys. And I've been using Google Home in my place and for work, and we started to track how our clients rank on Google Home. And you know what we found? If you're ranking organically on SEO, you will rank on Google Home. And I'm going to tell you why. But before we go there, this is some of the status that how people are treating this. 52% saying that they keep their Google Homes in common rooms. So see how accessible is these devices. 70% requests from Google Assistant experience natural language. So people talk to these devices differently. 53% of people own voice-activated speakers said it feels like natural talking to them. So think about it. Close your eyes for a second and think, what if my potential clients search for what is the best hotel in New York, and my hotel came the first one via voice search? What would that do to your business? 62% of those regularly use voice-activated speaker are likely to buy something through voice-activated speakers in the next month. 62% are more likely because now you're not talking to like a screen. You're talking naturally to a friend and asking them for a recommendation. These are very important things that would like you guys to start thinking about voice search. 52% of those who own voice-activated speaker would like to receive information about deals and sales and promotions from the brands that they like. See, and the technology will keep evolving around the voice-activated search, and it will be more integrated. You can now say, add this to my shopping list, or send me a link to buy a flight on this airline. All of these things are integrated across all devices right now. And this is, ComScore has predicted that by the year 2020 is what, 6-7 months away, 50% of all searches will be done via voice. 50%. This is a major change in the way we do things, and I want you guys to truly start thinking about this. So the bad news. The bad news is that the competition is about to get more fierce. So right now, when you search on your regular device, you get you get about 10 organic results and 5 ads. So you get about 15 results on the first page of Google. When you search on Google Home via voice, you only get 1 result to 3 results. So the fight for 15 will only be the fight for 1. So imagine how fierce is the competition is going to be. And if you want to dominate that area for your industry, the time to start thinking about voice SEO is today. The good news is that if your SEO strategy is successful, you'll also dominate voice search too. I want you to do this experiment if you do have a Google Home, is to bring Google Home, your desktop, and your mobile, and ask the same question for the 3 devices. Let's say, what is the best coffee shop, or who's the best realtor near me? And you will find out that if you rank first on Google on desktop and mobile, you will rank first on Google Home as well. So it's a huge potential. This is a very brand new vehicle that people are using to do this. So the first thing I want to help you guys today with is to help you how to fix your foundation, how to get a smarter website. Before I tell you about our new product called Smart Website, let's talk about what is Not So Smart Site does. Not So Smart Sites are not mobile friendly. More than 70% of websites today are not mobile friendly. They're slow, especially on mobile. Most of websites today are on shared hosting plans, which are very slow, especially when it comes to mobile. Most of business owners have to manage their own hosting, their security, their plug updates, and also they have to deal, if they got hacked, they also have to fix it themselves, unless they have an internal IT house or they pay thousands of dollars in yearly management. Not so smart websites and most of the popular drag and drop websites, I'm not going to mention names, but you guys all see them and you know them. Any website under $20 or $5 a month are not SEO friendly. You really get an easy, nice, beautiful website, but what you do not get is it's not SEO friendly. And the most important one is, like, your website is the same content for everyone at the same time, for all the time. Your website is like a flyer in front of your door, and it's the same thing, the same message for everyone. What if your website is like a person standing in front of your business door and trying to engage with clients? This is what a smart site is. And I'm so proud to actually introduce this. You guys are one of the very first few ones to learn about this new product called Smart Site. So Smart Site is built for personalization. More than 40% of users prefer to have websites that actually optimize the experience for them. This is how you set the personalization on the website, the new platform. First, you set a trigger, and second, you set up the action, what would it like you to do, and third, you will set what is the action that will happen when someone takes that trigger. Let me explain a little bit more. So here you can set up a special promotion for anyone coming from Facebook advertising. You come in here, boom, here's 30% off just especially for you, and it will not happen to anyone else. Let's say someone comes to your restaurant or hotel website, but you guys are closed. Instead of letting them browse around and find what's your hours and your phone calls or calling and getting a voice message, like, sorry, we're closed, click here to book an appointment. So the rule will be activated after 5 o'clock, let's say. So anyone comes after 5 o'clock, they will get this message. Anyone comes before 5 o'clock, they will not get this message. So it's personalized to every experience. So let's say that someone is coming to your website within a 5-mile radius. Let's say you're a hotel or a restaurant. You can tell them, you can add a new row on your homepage that says get direction. So most likely they are around and you want to find where you are, so you can add a new row on your homepage or a pop-up that says get direction right now. These are just few examples, and if you want to learn more, you can contact us. Here are some examples. This is a real estate website. This is a far old website, and as you can see, it's so busy, so cluttered, and it's not even mobile friendly. Here's, if you guys know Penscape, she actually joined to our last webinar and she purchased her smart site. This is the old website, and as you can see, it's not mobile friendly, it's heavy, and you cannot really get to where you need to go. So I will share with you how these things work. So this is how Penscape new website now looks. It's going to be launched within the next few days. It's beautiful, it's interactive, and here's the most important thing. On mobile devices, it's very nice, very clean, and as you can see, this sticky menu stays at the top here, and with one click, you can reach exactly what you want to do. Let me show you the real estate website. Here's the real estate website. Oops, where did it go? Sorry, guys. So this is what the website looks now. It's so beautiful and nice. Not just this, I will show you an example of a personalization. If someone came for the second time, this pop-up will appear on their website. So here's the website loaded, and then after 2 seconds, this pop-up will appear because someone came for the second time. These are just very quick examples, and we'll love to show you more. Very fast, the second most important thing, Smart Site is built for Google. It's optimized for speed. It's so fast, and your security will also be included. All Smart Sites will be hosted on Amazon servers, which is the fastest servers right now. And Smart Site is the only website in the world right now that is built for mobile first. All website platforms that you know of were built for desktop first and then made responsive. We did it the other way around. We designed the websites for mobile traffic, and then we made it responsive for desktop. I want to make sure that you guys really know that marketing is everything. You can have the most beautiful and successful business, but if not a lot of people know about it, then how good is your business? I want to give you some ideas on what the cost is, and we're going to open for questions in about 30 seconds. So all our packages for Smart Site come with the Smart Site technology, the security and uptime monitoring, the real-time personalization, the site hosting on Amazon, social media and blog functionality, and you also get a free customer support. The pricing are very surprising and very affordable. It starts from $59 to $159 a month. There is no setup for any of these plans. The only difference in the DIY, you get to do your websites on your own, but we'll also be supporting you. There's other options that we build your website for a one-time fee. And on the concierge, we actually build the entire website and provide you with an ongoing support. If you want to swap image, update the blog post, all of these things, you have a concierge service at your fingertips that you don't need to worry about your website. We want to free you from managing your own websites to do what you guys do best. And this website is launching very soon. So if you guys are really interested, please let us know and we will give you more information. In the handout, you will find a link to also schedule a free demo. And these are some of the ideas and the pricing. How much would it cost you to run an effective online marketing strategy? So to accomplish step number one and get a smart site for your business is going to be anywhere between $59 to $159 a month. If you want to do some advertising on top of it, that will be about $4.99. If you want to do an advertising, that's step 2 to get the ball rolling. If you want to jump to step 3 right away, it'll also cost you the $4.99 plus the smart site cost. But if you want to do the hybrid strategy, in which I recommended, that will be the $9.99. And these are very affordable and very competitive prices in the market right now. At the end, I really want to thank you for your time and offer you a free competitive analysis and personalized site audit and a strategy report for your business, completely free. It's a value of $350 that will include these 6 points that we are more than happy to chat with you, tell you exactly what needs to be done, and support you in the way you do digital marketing. Once again, thank you for listening now.
Great. Thank you, Bassem. Great presentation as always. Lots of great content in there. for anybody that's new on the call,